Hi team, in this video I'm gonna show you how to change the rear shock on BMW E39 Touring station wagon with air shocks. So replaced air shocks on it, but they've been blown for a couple of years for previous owner. So now it rides kind of rough from the back, so I'm gonna put some original equipment shocks on it and see how it rides, and I'll show you how to do it. So first check the front wheels. Then lifted by the diff. I like to use a piece of wood so it doesn't damage the metal. Don't be lazy, take the wheel off, because if you don't, it's going to be a lot harder to maneuver it in. And of course support by the jack stands, safety first. So first you're gonna take the plate. I already took it off, but all it is 3 Phillips and then a gasket. Well, and of course before getting to that you have to remove all the tray cover and stuff, but all that's super self-explanatory. Then once you remove that, you pop off the cap, and then there is a 313mm nuts in there. So we're just gonna break them loose. Try not to drop them, because yeah, you'll never find it. Right now the weight of the suspension pushing it down a little bit. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put a little jack in there so it doesn't pop open. I mean, you can use 2x4s or whatever works for you, but I got a handy cheapy jack. I'm just gonna support it this. There you go. So drop down, ready to pull out. The bottom big bolt. Nothing is gnarly. It is 21mm. So it's right over here. And then there's another nut on another side. So let's get in position, get it out. So there's a 21mm nut over here. Hopefully you guys can see it. Just put the wrench in it. And I mean, if you don't have power tool, it might be a little bit more difficult to do, but I mean, it's torqued to about 100 foot-pounds, so it's not the easiest one to pull out, but not crazy difficult either. So, and now we just gotta pull the bolt out. At this point, you should hope you're pretty good at Tetris, because you gotta Tetris it out. Alright, got it out. So now we gotta disassemble it real quick and put the new one together. I get in shade so I don't die in here. But all it is, again, it's 21mm, and then you need an 8mm. Alright, so the new nut doesn't have the vinyl lock thingy, so I'm gonna reuse the OEM one. So now we're just gonna pull this out. Bump stops. And now we gotta secure it back. Again, securing the back is going to be kind of the same. You just hold and spin. till pretty much it bottoms out. Again, using ground to our advantage. Should be good. Alright, now let's Tetris it back in. I wonder how you could tell if the shock is bad, even though there is no leaks or visual damage on it, right? So it's supposed to bounce back once you compress it, right? That is a little bit on the slow side. A lot on the slow side. Pretty much, it's not shock relating. Alright, so now it's gonna be the fun part. Trying to get it in. That's what she said. So, now we need our support, so I can go in the trunk and catch it and just put a couple nuts in there. Don't need much, just hold it up here. See if I can catch it. I mean, we're pretty close. I don't know if I can tape it for you guys. Anyway, probably not. You might have to just trust me on that one. Man, I wish I had a GoPro. I wish I was a cool channel. We'll see. Hopefully you guys can see something. Alright, now we're just gonna put a couple nuts, finger tight. Don't go full ham. Because there's some articulating that's gonna have to be done. So we're putting all three of them, just a couple threads. That way the shock does not fall out. Alright, that was the easy part. Now the hard part. So first, this little, I don't know, nipple, whatever you want to call it, needs to go in here. So that's where your handy-dandy jack will come in again. That way we can get the bolt in. Alright. Let's see. Just gotta make sure I have enough room for me to work while I'm trying to record this for y'all. Shit. What you want to do is you want to look through the hole, make sure you're close. That's close enough, good enough for who it is, you know what I mean? That was way easier than I expected. Maybe because I cheated and I did the other side first, so I don't look like a complete moron. And hopefully my camera will work a bit better. No guys, I'm not breathing crazy heavy because I'm fat. I'm breathing crazy heavy because it's freaking hot. And no, when you're mechanic and you're doing like yoga half the time, there's some child screaming too. That's annoying. get your handy dandy 21. I'm gonna put it behind the nut. And I'm gonna use my impact in the medium settings just so I don't mess up the threads too bad. Okay. And I'm actually gonna use a torque wrench. And I'm setting it to about 100 pounds. There you go, 100. I think the torque spec is 95. So actually looks like I'm at 99. Close enough. Alright, so all good here. Everything's seated. So now let's reassemble this bad boy. We gotta go back in the trunk, tighten the 13mm bolts. Those are about 20 foot-pounds. Alright. I gotta get GoPro as a head mount or something. Filming like a peasant over here for you guys. Okay, so now I go with my old school torque wrench. Look at 20 foot-pounders. And I mean, by old school, I mean freaking old school. It's about 20. The last one. 20-ish. Alright, so that's done. So now we just gotta assemble it back, get all my junk out, put the wheels all over the car, torque the wheels, send it. And the gasket. And this mama jamba. Alright, should be good. Clean up done. This one's nice. I'm gonna go clean it up a lot better. I just use a bench grinder with like a wire wheel on it. Works like magic usually. On medium. Nice car. Alright. Now the final steps. Just And that's pretty much it. Job done. I'm gonna test and let's see how much better it rides. I'm sure it will be a little bit better, at least. But overall, not crazy job. Couple hours if you do it for the first time. Like, what takes the longest is to raise the car up properly and secure it. Everything else is not that bad. Now we gotta send it to spec. That's pretty much it. Man, it was pretty close. Tim, there's nothing crazy about this job. Here's all the tools you need. One, you need a puppy. No, I'm just kidding. It's a new addition. Her name is Laylee. She's 3 months old, old pit bull. Found abandoned. Bring her back. Alright. Enough about dogs. So this is all you're gonna need. Some sort of Phillips extension for half drive. Little 3-inch. This is just to torque wheels. Like a 3-inch extension for 3/8 drive. 13 mil to take the nuts off the top heads. 17 mil for the wheels, and then 21 mil for the bolts on the bottom of the shock. Then 21 mil wrench to hold it. I mean, you could use crescent wrench technically, but this works better. And then a little 8 mil to hold the top of the shock from spinning. Some sort of 3/8 ratchet if you wanna be very accurate, then some sort of torque wrench, and then some sort of torque wrench for the bottom. And again, top head bolts are like 20 foot-pounds plus minus, and the big bottom bolt is about 97 from my understanding. But don't quote me on it. I'm just going according to what the internet said. I do have Bentley manual I could look it up in, but yeah, it is what it is. But hopefully this video is helpful for you guys. I'm gonna take it for a drive, see if it fixed the little shakiness on the highway, and go from there. Alright, thank you guys. Have a good day. Almost forgot. Please support your local animal shelters. Right, Bear Bear? Right, Laddie?